Welcome back, viewers, to the latest researches and news. Currently, two major developments are coming out of Amhara region right now. First, the regional government has quietly replaced its top police commander with a senior army general, a move that says a lot about how the government sees the current situation. And second, in an even more serious development, two Ethiopian National Defense Force commanders have reportedly defected, bringing military supplies with them as dozens of other soldiers desert the Raya front. Let's go through both updates in detail. It is known that the regional government has made a change to the security leadership structure amid the complex and volatile situation in Amhara region. The Amhara region police commissioner, General Zelalem Mengistu, who served as commander of the General Police Commission, has been removed from his position. He has been replaced by military officer Lieutenant General Tigraynews as the new police commissioner of the region. Commissioner General Zelalem Mengistu was appointed as Amhara's police commander around a year ago. Before joining the region's security structure, he was a senior leader within the Ethiopian Federal Police Commission, serving as Deputy Commissioner General. On the other hand, Lieutenant General Tigraynews, the newly appointed Regional Police Commission commander, is known to have served for a long time as a senior figure within the Ethiopian Defense Army. Beyond that, he is a general with international command experience in military diplomacy and operations, particularly through the African Union peacekeeping mission in Somalia. Viewers, replacing a regular career police commissioner with a senior army general is not a routine administrative change. It's a clear signal that the regional government now wants its police force to operate closer to military command and military strategy, rather than functioning as a separate civilian law enforcement structure. Lieutenant General Tigraynews' background is significant. His experience commanding troops within the Ethiopian Defense Army, combined with international operational experience through the African Union mission in Somalia, means he brings actual battlefield command experience into a role that has traditionally been about domestic policing, not frontline military coordination. This move has to be read against everything we've been covering: active fighting in Raya Kobo, Fano Tigray Defense Force coordination through the Simdo Alliance, and now, as we're about to tell you, defections within Ethiopian National Defense Force ranks. Putting a general with real combat and command experience in charge of Amhara's police suggests the regional government is preparing for the police force to play a much more direct security and paramilitary role, essentially blurring the line between policing and active military operations, at a time when the region is facing serious internal security threats. This kind of change can also be read as an attempt to reassure the federal government and Addis Ababa that Amhara's own security apparatus is being tightened and brought under more experienced centralized military command, at a moment when trust in the loyalty and effectiveness of existing forces in the region is clearly being tested, something the next part of today's update makes very clear. Apart from this, reports have been received that around 30 Ethiopian forces have deserted the Raya front as military commanders defect to Fano in the Wulo-Bete Amhara sub-region. According to the reports, two military commanders, one from the Ethiopian National Defense Forces 45th Division and one from the 49th Division, both operating under the Northeastern Command's 1st Corps and 802nd Corps, defected in Raya Kobo Woreda and joined Fano units under the 102nd Corps. This is a significant detail because these aren't ordinary soldiers slipping away individually. These are commanding officers from two separate divisions, operating under two separate corps within the Northeastern Command, choosing to defect and formally join a specific Fano unit. When commanders defect rather than just soldiers, it typically has a much bigger impact on unit cohesion, because it can affect the loyalty and morale of the troops who were previously under their command as well. The defecting commanders reportedly brought various military supplies with them when they joined Fano forces. Sources further indicated that approximately 30 Ethiopian government personnel have deserted their posts along the Raya front in recent days amid heightened military tensions. As we've mentioned in previous videos, dozens of other soldiers have also joined the Tigray Defense Force, including some who were previously fighting against them. Bringing military supplies along during a defection isn't just symbolic, it directly strengthens the receiving side's equipment and resources while weakening the unit being left behind. And when you put this together with the earlier reports of soldiers switching over to the Tigray Defense Force, a clear pattern starts to emerge. This isn't an isolated incident on one front, but a broader trend of personnel from ordinary soldiers up to commanding officers abandoning Ethiopian National Defense Force positions and joining opposing forces on more than one front at once. The reported defections occurred as military activity continued to intensify across Raya territory and in areas extending toward Waldia, Desi, and Kombocha. As we've told you in previous videos, Fano and the Tigray Defense Force are now fighting alongside each other against the Ethiopian National Defense Force. Geographically, Waldia, Desi, and Kombocha all sit further south along the same broader corridor that runs down from Kobo, deeper into Amhara region. Activity extending into this direction suggests the pressure isn't staying contained around Ria Kobo alone, it's beginning to stretch further down this key route, which lines up directly with the new police commissioner's appointment we discussed earlier, and with the picture we've built over the last several videos of a region under mounting multi-directional pressure. So today's update shows two sides of the same story. On one hand, the Amhara regional government tightening its security command by placing an experienced army general in charge of its police force, and on the other, a serious erosion of loyalty inside the Ethiopian National Defense Force itself, with commanders defecting, supplies changing hands, and roughly 30 soldiers deserting the Raya front in just the past few days. Combined with fighting activity spreading toward Waldia, Desi, and Kombocha, this points to a region under increasing strain on multiple levels at once. We'll keep verifying these reports and bringing you every update as it develops. Subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon so you don't miss what happens next.